Hello, my name's Fred Palmer. I was the director on this episode of Mary, Mungo Midge, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what went on behind the scenes. As you can see here, a lovely aerial shot to introduce the town. One of the things we felt really was in the 70s, there were a lot of idyllic countrified programs. We really wanted to sort of urbanize it and bring it back to the streets, which I feel we managed to do. Filmed in Wandsworth there, which need permission from the council for permission. Interesting thing here, we've got a shot here. It's an aerial shot, and if you notice, the next shot is actually the same position, but slightly different angle, which you can see. Take care on the roads. So BBC asked to put that on there. All the extras there were told to keep very, very still. Wanted to go for something very sort of Kubrickian, I feel, which took some takes, I can tell you. The title sequence. I still love this, you know. They did ask for a special edition if we wanted to CGI it, but I thought not, to be honest. I just love it. Quintessential history, I suppose. The block of flats now. This actually turned into a crack den in the 80s, which was unfortunate, but there we go. It's not there now, of course. Here we come, our three stars. Here's Mary, lovely, played by Philippa Potts. It's Midge, which played by himself, and Mungo played by the talented Samson, of course. Which not a lot of people know this, but Midge was actually quite a hellraiser in his day. I mean, he gets up to some antics on screen, but you know, he was one for staying out late and would often come in looking hungover, have to spend a lot of time in makeup, you know, and shoot from certain angles, really. God knows what he got up to. I heard stories, but nothing was ever proved. It did make filming very difficult at times. There we go. Fantastic job by our set designer, Simon Hardy. Made things look very, very contemporary. Oh, little gollywog in the corner. Don't think you can get away with it now. Here we go. Midge. Yes. Now, Midge using a pipe there, which was he used to insert drugs in one end and smoke on a regular basis. But of course, we would use this as an in-joke, pretending was a little instrument for him to play. But, those who knew him knew the course. ADHD there. That was the little joke at Midge's expense. But the Samson playing Mungo. Fantastic dog. Was trained by marvellous Susan Jarvis, who could get him do most anything, to be honest. This particular episode, of course, focusing on the building site. And, we used to take, you know, things that would appeal to children, things that were, you know, going on at the time, things like building motorways, rise in prostitution, Rubik's cubes, although I think that was one of the later episodes. Oh yes, the famous lift. Now, what you can't actually tell, I suppose, from the TV program was how much the lift did actually smell of cigarettes and wee, which we never really found out the reason for. But you know, you have to put up with these things, don't you? Really. There we go. That interesting effect there. That button lighting up. It was really just a small piece of paper being moved about, which is quite impressive, really. Mungo sniffing his nose there. That's a little joke at what Midge has been up to the night before. Midge, of course, coming in. I seem to remember on this morning he was a little bit twitchy, which we could only guess at. He would pull up in his limousine with a couple of girls in tow, you know, and well, eyebrows were raised. What more could you do? But at least we'd always managed to get something in the can, which was always good. That thing then, the bulldozer not really there. Was in fact an effect that we added in afterwards. Midge wouldn't really put up with, which he was quite a drama queen at times, our Midge. But the crane there, as you can see, moving things about. The crane, in fact, wasn't full size. It was a 28-foot model, which we would call not a miniature, but a bigature, which gets a good effect and still looks fresh today. I'm pleased to say. There's a bit coming up now, which there we go. That's actually wasn't in the original program, but was a CGI shot which we've inserted for this special edition. Which, of course, we used proper film grain techniques to really, you know, make it look like it's part of the original program, which I feel it does. But, there we go. At last, a proof evidence, and the crane stopped. One of our extras there, non-speaking part. Now, this next sequence. Oh, John, our production designer, pouring the tea there. Strange face here. Anyway, he was the person who managed to convince Wandsworth that we were right for the series, which was going to allow us to film there. And he got awfully cheap, which was a good do, really. I'll pop up and have a look at the crane driver's cabin. After all, if he drives the crane from there, it must be very interesting. Midge there, off on his little jaunt. Now, one thing that's always, you know, you have to suspend your disbelief in a little bit. Is you know, how a mouse could really climb such a huge crane. But such is the magic of television, eh?